How's everybody doing? It's Derek, and you're watching Well, what am I talking about here? This is the Afraid of Mind podcast, guys. So listen, it is. Hold on, let me look. It's 4:10 a.m. Okay, I got a random message by someone that I've been reaching out to for a very, very long time. It has been incredibly difficult to get this man on camera. He is someone that was a vital part of the early years of my YouTube and social media journey. He is someone that was my best friend and was just a vital part of my life for a solid couple years in my early 20s. And he is a part of the A Fragrant State of Mind story, AFSOM. And a part of even being able to do this podcast, this whole journey of social media all started with him being part of that story. And I've been reaching out to him for a while, and he has been really hesitant to come on. I don't blame him. There were a lot of dark kind of crazy things that happened. And we haven't spoken about it in years. And my hope is that we can come to peace with the things that happened, also reminisce and hopefully find some joy and good memories in the things that happened in the past. And also, this is not going to be a fragrance-related episode. Although I think we will talk about a couple fragrances. This is not that. So if you're here for the fragrances, I apologize for that. This is very much personal to me, personal to A Fragrant State of Mind, and personal to the journey that we're on right now. So this gentleman's name is Matty. And as I said, he was a vital part of the early story of my social media journey, and also was a part of some of the best years of my life and also some of the darkest. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. And yeah, we're going to get into it right after this.
Welcome to A Fragrant Mind podcast, the ultimate fraghead show featuring Fragrant Derek.
Look good, feel good, smell good.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. I'm not going to have you guys hang on any longer. I'm going to go ahead and bring on Matty, and we'll get into this, and hopefully you'll get some clarification on what the hell I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and bring in Matty here.
Hey, dude.
What's going on, guy?
Man, that intro. That's so sweet, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sweet.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting for this moment, bro.
Oh,
like,
man.
just to look at your beautiful, beautiful face, and
I know.
Like, dude, this is like 20 years overdue or something. Has it been that long?
Is it
I don't
really
even know,
20
man.
years? Hold on.
It's
Almost.
07, so almost
That is-
18.
Where has life gone, man? Like, where is the time just freaking gone?
I have no idea, bro.
Yeah.
No idea. So should I tell the story or should you? What do you think?
I am shocking at telling stories.
All right, I'll start, and then maybe if you want to chime in a little bit and share your experiences, bro.
Just before we start, I know you said it wouldn't be kind of a fragrance thing. I own two, literally. That is it, and I've got it with me, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, no doubt. I picked a couple out myself to talk about, so we're gonna get into that.
Okay, cool.
All right. Where do we start? So, I'd say like shortly after YouTube even became a thing, I started making content on YouTube, just kind of uploading daily vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys don't know what vlogs are, it's video logs, right?
Yeah.
And
Old school.
I would just get up and just talk about my day, talk about whatever. I would do these like rants and stuff. I would go off on different topics. And I did it for like 3 viewers. You know what I mean? Like no one was watching my stuff. And but randomly, this dude reaches out to me and he says, "Hey man, I watch your stuff and I like what you're doing. And you know, how would you like to, collab, do a video together?" And we just, I don't remember the first. Do you remember the first video we did? I don't.
Yeah, kind of actually. Vaguely, actually. You were somewhere in New Hampshire, and then you were walking in I think it was Starbucks or something, like in the car park, if you remember.
No, that was later on. That was when we decided to launch the Dare channel. But before the Dare channel, yeah, before the Dare channel, we had done a few videos that weren't, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
But so like I know we did a couple of videos prior to that, and I just remember they were like funny skits, but I don't remember what it was. You know what I mean?
Wasn't it just like you'd send me the video, I'd ask you to do something, you'd send me the video, and then I'd send you a reply, because that's how it used to
Something
work.
like that, yeah. Yeah. But we did that, and then like, I remember we spent a lot of time talking in the early, those early days.
Yeah.
And it was like we just naturally connected, you know what I mean? And we were like both hungry to have fame on social media. We wanted to be big and everything. And we're sitting there brainstorming, like, how are we going to make a mark in this whole YouTube thing? Mind you, back then, no one was making money. There was no monetization. It wasn't anything like that. Like our dreams was essentially, hopefully, maybe get a sponsor at some point, or maybe sell merch or something. But there was nothing, that was ever involved in monetization, or no one had even hit 100K, I don't think, at the time. Like that wasn't even a milestone yet. So anyway, so we came up with this idea that we were going to create the Dare channel, right? Which was basically we were going to do like an online game of truth or dare. And I think the first video we did was like you eating dog food or something, right?
Yeah,
it was like
cat food or dog food. I remember going into the woods and
puking. So it started pretty innocent, right? Like just basic stuff, dog food, whatever.
Yeah.
And then so we launched the Dare channel, and I went out and got a new camera, which at the time I thought was pretty spiffy.
Yeah.
And so we started just collaborating, across the pond, Yeah. And because Matty's from England and I was from New Hampshire, and we just started doing this stuff, like just uploading, daring each other to do things. Like I would dare him to do something, and I don't remember a lot of those videos. Honestly, a lot of that I've blacked out. You know what I mean? Because here's the deal. I don't know if you guys watch Jackass at all, but if you ever see the behind the scenes of Jackass, how they talk about how the constant need to push yourself further and further constantly. You're constantly trying to outperform your last stunt, and that's essentially what happened. And also, I think we both got really addicted to the views and the attention, and we were hungry for more and more and more. And then it almost became like a battle between us because we were trying to outperform each other at one point. And it got really dark. But before all that, I think, we just sort of, we were making these videos on YouTube, and we got approached by someone. It was Bertrand, right?
I think that's his name.
Yeah, on YouTube. Like back then, you could direct message.
Wow, good memory.
You could direct message, right? On YouTube. We got a DM on YouTube, and it was like somebody reaching out saying, "Hey, we got this website called Bragster.
Yeah.
and we want you guys to come and make like content for us. You guys are exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So I remember we logged in, we joined Bragster, and it was like, yeah.
I think at the time you had your own channel and I had my own channel, right? At the beginning there.
I don't
Bragster.
remember.
And
You
then
sure we didn't go in together, or
we
maybe,
did?
Maybe.
But at first
Yeah.
it was Draco Biggins and Matty Cool or something. I can't remember.
Matty C or Matty. No, it was just Matty C at the
Mr.
beginning,
Cool
and then you
or
took on the yeah, Matty Cool.
something
Yeah.
like that. And then
Yeah.
it was like, well, individually we were kind of like rising the ranks per se, and then we noticed other people on there doing like joint. So we thought, well, why not just do joint? Because and then obviously we were number one.
Yeah, we became number one, and we were like number one out of like thousands of people.
Yeah,
all over the world, by the way. And then we created a team that just dominated for like ages. I think the length of the website, as long as it existed.
Mm-hmm.
We were ranking number one.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we started blowing up on YouTube, and then stuff got crazy. So like it like just some examples of stuff we were doing. I remember this one time. Some of the darkest things I did. I did a double shot of Epicac. Do you remember that video?
Oh, I do.
Mind you, okay, listen, that does not make good content because
I do remember.
Who's going to film an hour and a half of me just project vomiting in my bathroom in a bucket, right?
Yeah.
And I had no way to frame that video. I'm like, I'm not going to take the best of moments of me
like
puking.
POV, like.
Yeah, exactly. So it just was a terrible idea. I think I got like a 30-second clip out of the whole thing, and it was horrendously painful, like just puking for like an entire evening.
Yeah, I remember.
There was another incident where I shaved my head. No, I was going to shave my head with a Bic razor, and I poured lighter fluid on my head and lit it on fire. Do you remember that?
Oh my God. You're bringing up memories. No.
Like, I know this stuff sounds crazy, guys, but this is all true. Like, this is 100% true. And it was on YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
This was all on YouTube. YouTube was not a stickler for stuff like this early on. This was all allowed on YouTube. And this is real stuff that we did. But, like, do you remember some of the stuff you were doing back then? Like,
you just brought up memories again. Like, you said you did your head. I think, obviously, I didn't. But remember, we did our balls.
Yeah, so
as well. That was the trend on Bragster.
Yeah, I got a taser and I tasered my nuts.
That's exactly.
You remember that one?
I remember that as well. Jeez, man.
I tasered my nuts. Like that was an actual thing that happened.
And I set mine on fire.
Yeah, you did. You set your balls on fire. So,
oh my God.
Listen. We were young, we were stupid, right?
Yeah.
But like the thing is early stage of like social media, this is what got views, right?
Yeah.
And like it was almost like nobody knew what social media was going to be, or even it was the infancy of everything, and we were all just discovering who we were and how we could get attention, how we could get views, and this is just the stuff we were doing, and. I think at one point we were like snorting wasabi, like it was just
cinnamon.
I think I drank I think I drank a gallon of hot sauce at one point.
Oh, I think
I don't remember.
Didn't we do a lot of things with like vodka as well? Like how many shots?
You did. You certainly did.
Yeah.
No, that was at the hotel, bro. Yeah. So you came to America. We went to Boston. And bro, and we were playing Never Have You Ever with some chick from the lobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we invited her up to the room and we played Never Have I Ever, and we just got completely shit faced.
Yeah. Oh my God. Literally as you're talking, like I literally didn't remember like hardly anything from back then, but like now you're talking about it,
dude. Do you remember when we went in the do you remember when we went in the it was like JC Penney or something, and we were trying on women's clothes?
Yes. Oh my God.
And we were acting like a gay couple modeling lingerie in
Yeah.
the store, dude. And
Yeah.
all the women are standing around looking at us like,
Yeah.
what the hell are these guys doing?
Yeah, I remember
You know
that.
what I mean? Yeah,
I remember that. Oh my god.
Or,
Oh my-
dude, do you remember when we pranked that guy trying to like get donations for like children in Africa?
Prank? No, I don't remember. Well, I remember.
Oh,
I
you don't remember
some
that? So
prank
this
thing.
is gonna get us canceled, bro. But I got to tell the story. So this dude walks up. He's like, "We're trying to take donations for children in Africa," and I'm like, "Oh, like how much? You know, for the children?" And he's like, "Oh, we're looking for like $20, $50." Like, okay. And I'm like, "How many children can we buy?" And the dude had no idea what I was talking. He was so focused on his pitch that he had no idea that like I'm framing it like I'm acting like I'm making a purchase of children.
Yeah.
And he's trying to take donations for the, and it was a funny video, but
At the time.
yeah, I mean, yeah, at the time. But anyway, dude. So I actually, so I'm going to tell you, I actually got banned. So our channel got banned by the local high school in my town because the kids were watching our videos so much, and the teachers found out that these kids were watching our videos, and they actually banned YouTube so that the kids couldn't watch our content.
Well, good. Really. But yeah. Dang.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, I think you got more flack from what we did than I ever did.
Oh, I definitely did, dude.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I was the crazy one. You were sort of the.
Yeah, more level.
You were sort of more of a performing artist.
Yeah.
I was the daredevil. You know what I mean?
You most certainly did more of the the epic stuff.
Yeah.
But when we were together, we did. Like, how long did I stay?
Yeah.
I came to yours twice, didn't I?
No, I think it was just once, but you were there for like a week, I think. It was at least a week. I remember that.
I thought I came.
Maybe a week.
No, I came twice because you were in an apartment. Firstly, and then
It was in Bartlett.
Yeah, I remember you being in an apartment, and then the second time I came, I'm pretty sure anyway, you were kind of in a hotel.
No, that's when you arrived. I was a chef at the hotel. Remember?
No. You were staying at a motel or a hotel or something.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, pretty sure.
I don't remember. See, once again, I blocked a lot of that out.
Yeah.
But here's the point I'm going to make, which is that it was fun until it wasn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think at one point I realized like this is not attention seeking. This is not us trying to get fame. This is not about the views and all that. It got to a point where it just became like straight self-harm, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was just self-degradation, depression, deep, dark self-hatred. Yeah, it got to that place. And I think it was like that for both of us. And I think it was the content that caused it, you know? Because neither of us were like that in the beginning.
No. And I think maybe how you're describing that's a little different for me. But like, I think once Bragster sold it to Guinness Book of Records or whatever it was, that side of it went. So like you said, we were hungry. We wanted that kind of like, I don't want to say fame, but at least just some kind of like. Our names.
To be fair, we did try to make a go of it after Bragster was gone.
We did, and I think that's where
we tried the Derek and Matty show and all that, but it never took off, you know.
No, and because we did kind of like news segments, didn't we?
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah.
Like you'd record,
and then we were doing the viral poop show and stuff. It was just
jeez,
we were basically throwing darts at the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and nothing ever kind of beat the dares. So I think like it just kind of got old quick, especially when we were getting no recognition. I think
the thing was that we thought that people liked us for our dynamic.
Right.
But they just like to see us hurt ourselves.
And that's all it was, really, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't care about the Derek and Matty friendship and all that. That was important to us, but it wasn't important to everybody else. And I think we misread the room maybe and thought that people actually cared about who we were and what we had to say.
Yeah.
But truthfully, they just wanted to see us bleed and hurt. You know what I mean? Like
people have short memories, man. And especially like because we were kind of new to the game, and more, and geez, more people just came onto any platform. You just get saturated, and
Yeah.
bye bye. You know.
Yeah. And if you remember specifically, we had this one video. I don't remember which it was, but it was blowing up one day. I remember we're looking at it going, oh my gosh, it's going viral. You remember that? There was this one video that was going huge. And then all of a sudden, YouTube caught it and shut our channel down. You remember when that happened? We had a viral video and it was going huge. And then all of a sudden, they just deleted our account, the Dare channel.
I'm just trying to think, what have you got kind of like any inkling which?
I don't remember the video.
No,
I don't. It literally could have been any one of them, you know?
Yeah, it could have been.
I think what happened was we just got reported so much because of what we were doing.
Yeah.
Because at the time they didn't have an algorithm. It was just based on self-reporting from people. Yeah. And I think, you know, just so many people were watching us. They just started reporting the hell out of it and they just shut us down. And that was like a year of content. It was so much. I mean, we were uploading like 5-7 videos a day, dude.
Oh, man. We really
just
did.
Heavy, crazy stuff. Like every hour we were like, what can we do next? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I think, did we, even on the Dare channel, on Bragster, didn't we start?
There was the second. There was the second page too. You remember? It was the second website. It wasn't Bragster. It was Make a Dare. Make a Dare. You remember that?
Oh my God! Yeah, Make a Dare. Who? Yeah. Was that a different guy or was that?
Some dude, like some startup dude, started Make a Dare because he wanted to copy Bragster.
It was pretty shit, to be honest.
Oh, it was a horrible website, and it disappeared. As a matter of fact, it stayed dormant for years. I remember logging in, trying to view the videos, and none of the videos would click.
Matt, I don't know if you can share your screen on this, but you know, if you go to, is it the Internet Archive? I'm pretty sure if you kind of put in the year, you can literally bring up, like, things. I'll have to
That'd be dope. I haven't done that.
Yeah.
You know, we still have content on YouTube.
Yeah, you've sent me a few, but
yeah. So like the Derek and Matty show is still there.
Is it really?
Twisted Bromance is still there.
What? I don't even remember that.
You don't remember Twisted Bromance?
What was that about?
That was our videos when you were here, like when we were like at the Muddy Moose, and we were doing the drink whatever that video was, and the video of us, yeah, and then the video of us like at the laundromat and like talking about dancing and all that. Yeah, that's all still there.
I've literally, I have one specific memory, and you probably remember it. Like I was on your couch.
Yeah.
And I was
the flower to the face?
Legitimately sleeping, and you literally threw freaking flour at my face, bro.
Yeah, that was called antiquing, if you remember.
That's it, yeah.
Getting antiqued.
Antiqued. Yeah,
and then you antiqued me, and you put shaving cream in my hand while I was sleeping.
Yeah. Just little silly things like that used to get so many thousands of views. And like now.
And you were like, oh, you look like Santa.
Yeah.
Because I was like wearing no shirt, and I had whipped cream or whatever it was all over my face, and I was covered in powder.
Oh my God.
Do you remember the ice bath challenge?
Yeah, I remember. That was in Boston.
In the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, Boston. Jeez,
crazy, dude.
We did so much.
Yeah, we did intense, like, and what's crazy is that I bet you we've forgotten more than.
I'm gonna research and try and see if I can look again. That's interesting and really
that'd blow my mind if we could recover some of that content, dude. That'd be crazy.
Can you imagine? 20 years later.
I know, dude. That's crazy. Yeah. I know that some of the Bragster best ofs were still online for a while, and then that's just sort of. I think I don't know if they shut it down or what happened, but it's not there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, we used to use songs, and you know what YouTube's like now. You can't.
Yeah, maybe that was it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I still get hit with monetization stuff all the time. Not monetization, but like, you know, like
on
copyright strikes on all my channels, dude. They've been hitting me on almost every upload. I get a copyright strike. I have to challenge it, and within 10 minutes, it's cleared.
Okay.
And it's always the same company, Hawk Media.
Oh.
By the way, Hawk Media, if you're watching, that's for you. Okay. Stop trolling my stuff and stop
Oh man.
spamming my content, dude. It's stupid.
Wow.
Just out of the blue, Hawk Media started copywriting all of my videos.
That is.
And I'm using free
yeah.
content. It's all free. Like I have so much software, and I have receipts, baby. So don't come at me.
Yeah. I get that on my TikTok, you know, because I do those history videos, and and it's bizarre because they're like unoriginal content. I'm like, really? I literally took a black and white photo, edited it, enhanced it, colorized it, and then made it into a freaking video. How is that unoriginal?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I tell you.
Or
man.
even worse, when like, because they don't always offer you an edit feature on TikTok.
Okay.
So if I upload something and like, let's say my the thumbnail or whatever, I don't like it, or maybe the wording's misspelled.
Yeah.
I can't edit it. So early on, I would just delete and re-upload, and nope, they would hit you with a reusable content stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Stupid. It's like, you just saw me upload it. I deleted it. I uploaded it again. It's still mine. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean?
Insane. Like all the hoops and crap you have to go through. Just, I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. Like you're not like.
Dude, in the fragrance content, it's crazy. So certain brands like Chanel and Dior. Now, if you even if you review their product and you say their name, they will shut your video down.
They do.
Like now, people are having to use code words. People are having to use code words to like talk about fragrance because you can't even promote their fragrance without getting a copyright strike. It's crazy.
You know what? Then I would not review their content.
I wouldn't either, but people are doing it. I mean, they want to talk about it. I mean, it gets views, but. Is it worth it? No.
No,
you know?
wow.
And look, if you're a company and you're going to copyright me because I'm talking about your fragrance, we don't need to be.
Think about it. That's like, is it? And I'm a bit rusty. Is that First Amendment, like free speech? Is that? I don't know what that is.
Well, I mean, I guess the question is, I mean, free speech only is relevant on maybe like a regular platform, but. Technically, TikTok's is private entity, and and it's also based in China, so I don't even know if like the legalities of it all, and it's all like gray, you know, like Anyway, who knows? But either way, like they're always like hitting me with. There's always some kind of funky rule, or just
every day. I'm
like,
getting something.
For instance, like if I have a sponsored video.
Mm-hmm.
And like, let's say I'm talking about whatever, like Adirondack water, and I just happen to mention Pepsi and like just the word Pepsi, or anything else while I'm talking about the water, they will block it because they're saying that I can't talk about more than one product at a time in a sponsored video. But like, who are you to tell me what product I can talk about? It's not your product.
No.
You know, that's up to me. That's between me and the sponsor, you know?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I know.
By the way, speaking of sponsored, definitely check out fragrancestateofmind.com if you guys want to get a shirt, you know?
Get that plug.
And you guys can get some fragrance decants, so definitely check out the website. Anyway.
What are decants?
Decants, dude. So they're like hold on one second.
Like a small...
All right. So you asked for this, by the way. So we're going to do another plug. So this is Fragrance Decant Boutique. These are decants, okay? And this is a company that I partner with. And essentially, it's a little 15 ml sample size bottle that instead of buying, you know, like a full bottle of fragrance, you can buy this little 15 ml.
Okay.
And it's, you know, maybe this is $150. This might be 20, right? Or 15.
Right.
They're all different prices. But what's nice about it is this will last you. I mean, if you're a casual wear, this could last you a month or two. If you're heavy wear, it'll probably last you a couple weeks.
Okay.
But what's nice is, you know, instead of spending $100 and whatever dollars on one fragrance, you could get like 10 of these, and then you have all different fragrances to wear all the time. Right. You could layer them. And also these are TSA approved, so you can carry them on planes.
Okay.
throw them in your bag, travel them, like bring them to work, and you got something to spray on. And also, it's kind of cool. They come in these little holders and everything.
I like that. Yeah.
It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Is it like the size of a lipstick ish?
Yeah.
Looks about that.
About the size of a lipstick. I mean, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, if you guys go to decantboutique.com right now, they're doing a spring sale, 15% off.
Nice.
For the spring, if you guys want to get your spring scents. And go ahead and use code SPRUNG 2025. That's SPRUNG 2025 to get 15% off. decantboutique.com.
Nice.
All right.
I'm just gonna show you what what I'm liking right now. And because you're a fragrance guy, I've not seen you do this.
Yeah, let's see it.
Home fragrance.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. Okay. This is my ultimate favorite home fragrance. It's a very expensive home fragrance because my next door neighbor is a very posh lady.
Okay.
And I walk in her house and it smells absolutely like just rich. And I wanted that for my house. So I've got Joe Malone, lime.
Can you center in the camera so I can see it?
Oh, sorry. I was just reading it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Joe Malone.
Joe Malone. Yeah.
Lime, basil, and hold on. Lime, basil, and mandarin diffuser.
Ooh,
this is
nice.
Absolutely. I walk in my house, I can smell this upstairs. It's so strong, but the scent. Oh my god, man.
Yeah. Joe Malone makes really good fragrances. I don't know if you know they make colognes.
Yeah, look. I was just going to show you.
This was yours. Yeah.
This is my favorite right now. It's Joe Malone. Hold on. Where's my camera? There it is.
Which one's that? Cypress and what? Grapefruit?
Cypress and grapevine.
Grapevine. Ooh,
oh,
dope.
my. Dude.
I haven't smelt that one. Is it nice?
It's. I asked the lady, I was like, what's the most sold men's fragrance? And she's like, 100% this one. At her store, anyway.
Maybe her store.
Yeah.
Were you at a Joe Malone shop?
Yeah. That's what
okay, that makes sense.
fragrance from. And then she gave me like a little sample, tiny one.
Oh, yeah.
And this is, she said all of the fragrances are unisex, basically.
Yeah.
So this does say cologne. It's peony and blush suede.
Oh, yeah.
So it's...
That one's a bit on the feminine side, I think.
Yeah, it's flat, floral.
Here's the thing about Joe Malone. They make a lot of feminine-leaning fragrances.
Yeah.
They're going to say it's unisex. I think they can be unisex.
Yeah.
But you have to be the right type of person to pull it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're looking for something more masculine, I think a lot of those are going to just be a bit too floral, a bit too airy. Than you know what I mean?
But this is the weird. I put this kind of like up here, and then I like the past few days anyway. I just spray this like just here, and then I get like a whiff of this, which is a bit floral, a bit feminine, but then this masculine like suede.
Yeah, so that one might be good for layering if you want something to kind of brighten up, maybe a darker fragrance. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So you could do a bit of layering with that.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
One of my favorite Joe Malone fragrances is English Pear and Freesia. Beautiful fragrance. I'm gonna have to smell it. It's a slightly floral but sweet pear.
Okay.
And I know it sounds a little weird, but when you smell it, it's just like it's really nice. And it's something that is a perfect spring fragrance. Something that you know, it's fresh, it's vibrant, it's spring.
And what I've noticed about Joe Malone, especially, is they last all day.
Yeah, they do really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, of course, bro, the one that made you and I friends.
Of course.
Issy, me, Key, bro.
Of course I pulled it out, bro.
Yeah, baby.
Great minds think alike, bro. My bottle's a little bigger than yours, though.
I still wear this 20 years after. And this is the most...
So I'm going to be honest. Like, this one I like. I bought it because of you, bro. And I have it because of you. Like, I still smell it and I think of you. Yeah. Which is a little bit,
Okay, let me try and describe it. And I just want to see if I can do what you do.
I want to see what you got, bro. Let's
see.
Okay. Let's see the influencer in you. Let's see what you got.
Hold on, guys. This is my very first time trying to explain.
See what you got.
Oh, God, man. I'm going to have to spray it.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'd get 0 views if I was a fragrance reviewer, bro. Hold on. I'm not picking anything specific up, I don't think. But
So if I say 3 words, tell me if you pick these up, okay?
go.
Mineral. Salty.
Salty, yeah.
Citrus.
Citrus for sure. Like maybe even a grapefruit. Maybe I'm getting ish.
Citrus, salty, mineral. Imagine oceanic, like
I was
mineral
gonna say
as
water,
in like the
kind
ocean,
of like
watery. Yeah.
This is the fragrance.
Also some floral accords.
Yeah, obviously. But this is so strong.
Yeah.
This lasts days and days.
So in a nutshell, that's what this is you've got the citrus, the florals, you've got the mineralistic vibe about it.
Yeah.
It's salty, it's very the
Would you
term
say
would
woodsy?
be no, I wouldn't say woodsy
No?
at all actually. No. I don't notice any woods in this, but it's definitely so these are the fragrances that it's related to. Well, I don't have them here, but is your Acqua di Gio,
Okay.
your Versace? I mean, your what am I saying? Your Dolce & Gabbana light blue, that style of fragrance, what you would call a fresh aquatic. Okay, a mineralistic, salty, fresh. Aquatic is essentially what you get. Yeah,
Like I
and that's
picture Issey Miyake, someone sailing like $1 million like yacht.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like beach vibes, like like
Fresh.
being out on a boat in the ocean, feeling the waves spray on your face.
Man.
A little bit. I don't get a lot of like lotiony vibes, but I definitely get the fresh air, the citrus, the floral accord. It's just a very clean, fresh fragrance. I really like it.
And
it's a good one.
And pretty much this is honestly the only fragrance I can smell on another person if I'm like walking in the mall or like I'm like, oh, that's Issey Miyake, and that's really the only one really that I understand or know.
Now they do make other flankers that are amazing of the L'Eau d'Issey line.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's one called Nuit d'Issey, which is their evening fragrance.
Okay.
And that one's a really nice one. It's more on the little bit spicy,
I like spicy.
Little darker.
Okay.
Yeah, like a warmer, darker fragrance. Really nice. They have a ton of flankers actually. There's so many, but there's a lot of them that kind of just fell off into obscurity. But they're a great house, but I think they're also sort of underrated because like a lot of them end up in bargain bins, unfortunately.
Really?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But especially here in the U.S., I don't know about in the U.K., but yeah, here in the U.S., you're gonna see them in a lot of like rack stores, like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, things like that.
Well, that makes me sad.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't. I mean, a lot of houses are like that. I mean, your Versace's end up there. You'll see some Dior. You'll see lots of Dolce and Gabbanas end up there. A lot of major houses have sort of their. I mean, I've seen like niche fragrances end up at places like that. A lot of times, it has nothing to do with like the quality of the scent.
Okay.
It's just I don't know, maybe supply and demand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the in thing at the moment. They just have a lot of back stock, so it ends up in the rack stores. But I mean, to my knowledge, for a long time, L'Eau d'Issey has always kind of been in places like TJ Maxx. I think it's like a staple for them. But mind you, they're a whole outlet of they're basically a fragrance retailer.
Okay.
So I mean, it's not something to be judgmental about. It's just one of the scents they carry regularly.
Yeah. No, I love it. That's my all-time favorite. Really. And I really do like it.
It's a really good one. Obviously, I've discovered many more scents. You know what I mean?
That is so many.
That's crazy, right?
Is that all of you? Is that your whole collection now?
I've got some here. I've got there. I think right now. So I was at about 450 bottles. Now I'm around maybe 80 less. I mean, I've been moving a lot of bottles recently, just because I've decided that I have a lot that I just sort of sit on because I don't wear them often, or either they just don't work for me.
Yeah.
I get now. I'm gonna tell you guys something. As a fragrance reviewer, I get a lot of bottles sent to me. Sometimes a house will send a bottle, a new release, and a lot of times I get new releases before they're in the stores. Or a house will send me their whole line, and I'll review their whole line. I don't typically keep every fragrance I get sent because, yeah, I just, I'm not, if I'm on the fence about it or if it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to keep it because I don't have that much room to keep every bottle I get sent.
Yeah.
Honestly, in the last year and a half, I've probably been sent more bottles than I currently own.
Wow.
And that just kind of gives you an idea. So like, just like anybody, if you had unlimited money, you could just go and buy like 1,000 bottles at a time. You're probably not going to wear all those bottles. You might end up with 10% of them. The rest sort of just fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it is. You know what I mean?
Do you wear scent every day?
Yeah, I wear a fragrance every morning and every evening.
Oh, evening.
Different one. Yeah, I wear a day fragrance and a night fragrance. Yeah.
Okay, stupid question. Do you have to like wash or get rid of the morning fragrance, or does it layer, as you say? Then.
So.
This is all
no, it layers. It layers. Yeah, I always kind of collaborate my fragrances. So, if I wear something citrus fresh in the morning and I want to wear something darker in the evening, I'll usually go maybe with something a little sweeter. That way it blends in with that. But also, like, usually my morning fragrances tend to be a little fresher, so they're not usually going to last till dinner time anyway. So by the time dinner comes, it's pretty much gone anyway.
Okay.
Unless I'm wearing something like, a really, like a parfum. Like, for instance, the other day I wore Office for Men by Jeremy Fragrance.
Well, how is that, by the way?
It's good. I mean, it's is it worth what it costs?
I've seen the price, bro.
No, it's not. But it's it's a good fragrance.
Okay.
I would put it in the category of, a high-end designer.
Okay, cool.
Maybe like in the Dior realm or something. But it's not worth.
I watch this content, to be fair. I don't know why. Probably from you.
Yeah.
You kind of like do is it the mashup or whatever, if you like you just kind of copying him, like.
Oh yeah, I was doing that for a while. I stopped doing those videos. Like, I don't know. It didn't. That was early on. I was doing that. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
It did get a lot of views, but just
Yeah.
But that was fun. And actually, I know Jeremy watched those videos because I heard through other people that he was aware of what I was doing, and truthfully, being who he is and being the attention whore that he is, I think he kind of liked it. I don't think he looked at it as like for him, even bad press is good press. So like he just loves any attention he can get.
Yeah.
But listen, I love Jeremy Frey. He's a good guy.
No, I like his stuff. Yeah.
He's a good guy. I think he gets too much hate. You know what I mean?
And he's still looking for his girlfriend.
Dude, here's the thing though. Okay. If you were some young guy in your 20s, just making content like kind of like we were when we were young, and you just got blown through the stratosphere.
Yeah.
And became the #1 influencer in the world for a whole industry, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Could you imagine the pressure that has to put on someone?
Oh yeah. No.
So listen, I don't judge them because you know what? I'm not in that position. Maybe one day, who knows? But I'm also going to be 41 this year, and you know what? I've lived a life. I kind of, I don't think anyone's ever prepared for something like that. But at the same time, like I think I've lived long enough to know like how I may handle myself.
Yeah.
Jeremy was really young when it all kind of went down. So
it changed.
Yeah,
it changed us. Remember, in our 20s.
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
I was gonna say,
dude. I mean, think about it. It changed us so much that we went from being best friends to not talking for like almost 20 years.
Yeah, isn't that insane? Well, to be fair, I did like meet my wife, and then
I get you. I mean, and I got married 1 or 2 times.
Did you?
And yeah. But like at the same time, like I don't know, man. Like, dude, I like you've been such like for the short couple years that we were doing what we were doing, like you made such a massive impact in my life, and it's just like just even now being in this show with you, you can see
it's fun.
It's dude, we just click, bro.
Yeah,
you know, like
fun.
it's like once in a lifetime that you find your soulmate on a certain level, and I know your wife is that for you, but at the same time, like we were that, you know. And I have to bring it up again, dude. I'm the one that introduced you to your wife, bro, and I know you don't know that, but it's true. I am the one. It's because of me. I have proof, dude. I have proof.
Remind me.
Your wife was one of my followers. She watched my content. She subscribed to me, and then when we started collaborating, she subscribed to you. And then she reached out to you, and you guys started messaging back and forth on YouTube, and that's how you met.
Well, that is.
I have proof, bro. Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because early on, we did a video with her in one of my early videos where I was doing a tag your it video. You remember those? I tagged your wife in that video, and that was before me and you even met.
Wow.
The video is still on my channel, bro. I mention her name.
Wow.
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying, Derek, is...
What I'm saying is you haven't talked to me in 20 years because of your wife, but I'm the reason you met the lady in the first place, bro.
Oh,
just saying.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I remember you saying that a while ago and then completely forgot about it. But then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's facts, bro. I have the receipts.
I have the receipts.
I do.
Wow.
You know? See, so, literally...
The universe is a funny place. If we didn't... all right, then if that's true, if that's 98% true...
100% true.
If that's 100% true... Like,
dude,
if we didn't
dude, no, hold on. It's because of me that your children exist, bro.
Oh, God.
Think of that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Your children wouldn't be on Earth if it wasn't for me, bro. Kiss the ring, bro. Kiss it. Right here.
Yeah, bro.
Right here, bro.
Yeah.
Your kids should have my name as their middle name, dude.
I'm gonna change it, bro. I'm gonna change it. or give them the middle name. Derek.
Yeah. Bro, she was my fan first, bro. I'm just saying. Then she became your fan.
So beautiful.
Huh?
So beautiful. Oh, man. Still, 20 years later. Oh, man. Dang.
I think it's so... Dude, listen. I remember when I first met you, I knew that that's what you wanted. I knew you wanted to, you know, meet someone and settle down, and you were hungry for that, you know?
Yeah.
We were both looking for something, and I think...
Right.
We found comfort in each other in what we were doing, but I think at the end of the day, your ultimate goal was to find love and have a family, and that's what you wanted, and you found that. And you know, I also think that what we went through, it was a massive turning point in both of our lives, you know. And,
and
I'm not upset about that, you know. Yeah,
like I'm looking at the camera into your eyes, and honestly, dude, I'm sorry for not being there all those years, dude. Like, selfishness and, you know, little things, and that's just like who I am, and my whole family is like that, dude. It's like out of sight, out of mind. Maybe it's kind of a form of autism, who knows, but it's kind of like it's like we've not been apart, right?
Well, that's how it's always been. Whenever we somehow reach out to each other, the couple times it's happened over the last, 18 years, it's just immediate. There's immediate chemistry. And then it's like, we just forget about it after. And I don't know why.
And you know what? That's that path, obviously. But
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I got to say this, though. Honestly, like, a year and a half ago, dude, I was literally the heaviest I had ever been. I had just been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I literally had visiting nurses coming to my house every day.
Wow.
To like help me, function with daily activities and stuff. And I was just in a really bad place, dude. And my mom and my wife came to me and said, "Listen, you need to do something, to keep your mind busy because like you're really depressed." And the first thing that came to mind was, I need to get back into YouTube.
Yeah.
And you were the thing that came to mind. Like, I said, everything we did together, the editing, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It just all came back.
Yeah. I missed the editing, man. That was fun. That was fun. Especially because...
Dude, it's still a blast, bro.
Yeah. What do you use now?
All sorts of stuff, dude. I have so many softwares. It's crazy.
Wow.
I mean, I get really deep in. I mean, I'll be honest, like a 7-minute video, it takes me 2-3 hours to edit.
No.
Because I put so much into it, bro.
Yeah.
And no one even noticed. People notice. They look at my videos and they go, "Oh, this is a really good, fast flowing, entertaining video." But they don't understand that I am meticulous. Okay.
Yeah.
Little deep dive into what I do. Watch one of my videos. You will never hear me breathe. I go through every second of every video, and I clip out every time I take a breath.
Whoa.
No one ever knew that. That's a deep secret right there.
Wow.
There's a reason, because the whole video I'm talking. It's just all talking.
Yeah.
And if you need to keep someone's attention for 10 minutes, there cannot be a moment of pause.
Okay.
It needs to just flow.
Yeah.
And that's something I learned because I played with it one day and I go, this video flows better than any other video I've ever done. So I just kept doing it. Mind you, it's incredibly tedious.
Oh my God. Yeah.
But it's worth it because the final result is flawless. I mean, that's one thing about me, and I'm not going to here to brag, but I am going to brag because I bust my ass for this stuff.
Yeah.
I think I make the best videos in the fragrance community, period. Mind you, I'm not the most engaging. I'm not the smartest. There are people that are better at being, presenting than I am.
Okay.
But as far as editing and video quality goes, there's no one that matches what I do.
Well, that's good.
Period.
You keep doing you, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? It would just take that one video.
Yeah.
Just one video.
For sure.
Every time you upload, it's like a gamble,
Yep. Absolutely.
And I kind of like that about social media now. It's like, is this going to go, is it not?
No. But here's the thing, though. I don't care about blowing up huge all overnight, and I don't really want it.
Okay.
Dude, it makes me smile every time I just get a new person that says, just watch this. I love it. I subscribed.
Yeah.
That to me, just one person saying that, that made the whole day of work worth it.
Yeah.
To just get one subscriber that goes, I loved this, I learned a new thing, and I followed you. That to me is everything for me.
Yeah.
And I would rather have that one person say that one thing than just overnight wake up and have 1 million followers. I could care less about that because there's no connection with the 1 million followers, but I have the connection with that one,
Yeah. And hopefully they stick around and comment again, and that's how it...
Absolutely.
You know what?
And I mean, I have a connection with most of my followers, especially the ones that engage.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who's that fragrance guy that you had on? I think it was your number one. He kind of looks like me.
Steven? Yeah.
He's cool.
Redolescence. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Smart dressing guy. Maybe you should start dressing in suits.
That ain't my style, bro.
Yeah, true. You're a gangster.
Dude, I've had the same look since we were making videos, bro.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
Even this hat, down to all of it, bro.
Yeah.
I still have the same look.
I still don't understand why you like those old school English caps, though. I personally just don't like them. But
this is a Boston hat, bro. This is Boston, bro. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it might be English. Probably came over from England to Boston, but
it's just what the farmers wear.
This is what's called a Boston Scully cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it suits you, bro.
I like them, man. But I also wear, I wear regular hats too.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cool hats.
Yeah.
I probably own like 30 hats.
Maybe you need to do a hat channel next.
Nah.
No. Just kidding, bro.
Although I should do a hat video. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah?
Just to show my hats. No one would watch
Fragrance.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man. Dude, I don't want to get off, but it's 5 a.m., bro.
I know.
And,
you're insane.
Yeah, man.
What time is it now?
You know, I was gonna go to bed, and I said, dude, this moment may never come again. I have to get on. I have to upload.
I told you get some sleep, and we'll do it in the morning for you. But no.
But knowing you, bro, you'll probably
I'm
not trying to be able. You would have just changed your mind, and I probably wouldn't have heard for you for days. And
yeah, but
that moment may never come. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna capitalize it. I'm jumping in the shower. I'm throwing on a pair of clothes, and we're going live, man.
Do you not like wake your wife up, man?
She's we're separated at the moment, dude.
Oh, dude.
Which I haven't said anything about that on the channel yet, but we're not together anymore. Nah, it's cool, bro. I mean, things happen. People grow apart. It is what it is.
Shoot.
Yeah, man.
That must be recent, though.
Yeah, kinda.
Oh,
kinda.
I'm pretty sure she was in a video the other day.
Nah, it wasn't in the other day. You have to understand, like, a lot of videos get kind of not recycled, but like.
Oh, okay.
I film ahead a lot, so yeah, things may seem more recent than they are. You know what I mean?
Okay. Oh, dude.
The only thing that's really current is like these podcasts. A lot of my videos, when you're uploading with the frequency I am, and also I'm on like 9 platforms. I have 3 main shows. Like I have to really, put a lot of, just it's a lot, dude. I'm one guy. I have a couple, people that I work with that do some of the back end stuff.
Yeah.
I do 100% of the editing, the content creation. I come up with all the ideas, and but I've been blessed, dude. Like I have an amazing studio, and I've got every toy and tool I could need to make some of the coolest stuff you can imagine. And by the way, I thought I'd share with you and everyone out there today. So I just give an example. So a year and a half ago, I was on Social Security disability. I had been on it since 2018. I was 430 pounds. I had diabetes, high blood pressure, multiple sclerosis, hidradenitis suppurativa, back pain. I was on pain meds. I was on 12 different medications, including antipsychotics that I had been on for 12 years, okay? I was basically a walking zombie, like a very overweight, unhealthy walking zombie. 14 months later, I'm down 110 pounds. My diabetes is in remission.
Wow.
I no longer have high blood pressure. I'm off all of my medications, including the antipsychotic medications. I contacted Social Security Disability about a month ago and told them that I no longer need to be on it. I'm now earning enough from a fragrant state of mind to support myself and pay all my bills and be able to reinvest into this so that we can continue to grow the channel. Wow. And as of today, my application for a Fragrant State of Mind LLC was approved, and this is officially a company.
Wow.
How freaking cool is that, huh?
Bro.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the thing is like I fully manifested this thing, man. Like from the beginning, I said, I'm going to go out and take the money I have in my account. I'm going to buy the best camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy lights. Dude, everyone thinks this is a cool background. You know what that is?
What?
It's a tablecloth, bro.
Oh,
that's a tablecloth, man. Yeah, it's a tablecloth, man.
Yeah.
That's my background,
Yeah.
But like, dude, listen. I made this out of nothing, literally nothing.
I remember you first started. I remember watching you from the background, I remember you saying your laptop was really crap. You were struggling, and then you thought, screw it. So you brought was it a MacBook?
Yeah.
And then I remember you buying that camera, and then it instantly changed the quality, like straight away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had that neon
And
sign.
then the lights, getting the lights situated, that was a huge change.
It looks like
just
it's
lighting,
daytime, bro.
Yeah,
it's
I know, it's literally pitch black out right now. I have crazy lighting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like I said, dude, it's like I've learned every step of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, I've consistently uploaded every single day for the last
what it is. Consistency.
14 months. Yeah, exactly. It takes consistency. It takes, dude, I wake up every morning at 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
I have a slew of messages that I'm responding to. I upload every morning at 8 a.m.
Okay.
So I have videos going out every 2 hours all day long. Okay.
On YouTube or on all platforms?
All platforms.
Oh man.
YouTube, TikTok. I have 2 main YouTube channels. And then also I do 3 main shows and 3 shorts on the Fragrance Decamp Boutique YouTube channel. And then, of course, we do these episodes 3 to 5 times a week.
Wow.
And these are hour-long episodes, and then I edit them. I don't edit them. I trim off the top and the bottom, and then I throw in captions, and I put it out there. But then also we stream this on 2 YouTube channels, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So
wow,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You've got it.
We're
down.
everywhere.
Just don't burn yourself out, man.
I know.
Jeez.
You know what, man? This is the greatest job I've ever had in my life.
No, and
I love it so much.
Yeah.
Because you know what, man? This is the dream we had years ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But without all the bullshit.
Yeah.
No,
that's cool. And that's
this is like like when you're young, you run with you get into like criminal stuff, and then you get older and you learn how to hustle legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how it feels. Like we were doing like grimy stuff back then.
Yeah.
And I took those skills from the grimy whatever that we were doing.
Yeah.
And I learned how to legitimize it and turn it into a friggin' company, bro.
Yeah, that is
I own
awesome.
a company, man. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. So did you choose CEO or are you something like?
Nah, I'm just a sole proprietor. That's it.
I
mean, I could give myself the title, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just Derek, I'm Fragrant Derek, whatever you want to call me.
Yeah.
I essentially am a fragrance state of mind. It's not like,
True. Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, I am the product, right? So
right. You are the face or the changing face now.
Yeah.
As you do your weight loss journey.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's a pleasure speaking again after all this time.
Yeah. It feels good.
And if this video does well, I'll come back on.
You have to, man. You have to. Like, I don't know, man. Like it feels weird right now because there's a part of me that's like, this feels so good, but then there's another part of me that already misses you because I feel like there's a possibility that after we disconnect, it'll be another 20 years, and that scares the shit out of me, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I follow you on places. I just make sure see me. I'm a watcher. Like I consume content, and then I'm like next. So like I do see your stuff, and I just don't comment generally on anyone's really.
Yeah.
But I'm watching. I'm a watcher.
I know. And trust me, I knew you were watching when I talked about you the other day in the podcast. And I knew it would get to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just knew.
All right, dude.
I love you, bro. I love you so much, man.
So, speak to you soon.
All right, man.
See you, buddy.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Oh, that was thank you guys for joining this episode. Like I said, this is a little different, but it needed to happen, and I'm glad it happened. And yeah, I don't know what you guys got out of this. I know what I did. I think it was important, not only for me, but for Matty as well. And thank you guys for joining. And I love you all, and I hope you guys hold close to the ones that are important to you. And just know that things change in life, and sometimes being apart is how we grow. And but friendship never goes away. And whether it's 20 years or 5 years or 1 hour, you can't fake chemistry. And I love you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'll schedule this video for 9 a.m. and I hope you guys watch it because it's super special to me. I hope you guys have a good night. Bye. This has been a Fragrant Mind podcast. Be sure to visit afragrantstateofmind.com or subscribe to AFSOM on YouTube. As always, have a fragrant state of mind.